Hey, so for this video, I want to talk about what to read. Um, I am a bookworm myself, and I've been reading so much, and I want to share with you some of the books I have found to be the most helpful. What I usually do is when I hear about a book and I'm like, okay, that could be good, and I'm talking about for mind, positive thinking, law of attraction, all those kind of books like that. What I usually do is go to the library first, and I'll check it out from the library. I'll read it, and if it really connects with me, then I will go and buy it, and I'll put it to my collection. So these are some of the books I want y'all to go check out if you haven't read already. Of course, most people have already heard of The Secret, um, but this is pretty much the book to read if you're a very beginner of the law of attraction and don't know too much about it. The Secret, the, the Secret, Rhonda Byrne. She has the book, and it pretty much is very basic. It's really basic about, like, it's pretty much like being positive and attracting and how we attract, but it doesn't really get too deep into like um, why it works or anything like that, but it's basic so you can kind of understand that what you're doing is causing what you're getting. um, this is probably the first time I will ever say watch the movie instead of the book, but if you can watch the film The Secret, watch the film, because um, the film and the book is, it's very word for word. And so in it, if you watch the film, it also has like the visualization so you can see what they're talking about, because they're going to show examples of what they're talking about. So yeah, this is the first time that you will hear me say watch the film over the book. She also has a book called The Power. I had a copy of it. My husband lent it to somebody and they went away, and I need to get another copy. So I actually love The Power more than The Secret. The Power is about the power of love, and it's just saying like how you have to put passion and love into things in order to attract. So um, look up The Power. That is a great book. I love it. Like I said, better than The Secret. I wish they would have did a film on that one. They need to. So make a film on The Power. So that book is great. I love it. So those are the two main basic ones. My newest favorite that I have read, and this is about my third time reading it, is A Happy Pocket Full of Money. And this book actually gets into quantum physics, why time is really not real, and all of that stuff like that, and it explains a lot of things in this one, so it gets a little deeper than The Secret does. So that's one book I would definitely check out. um, then there are classic books. Joseph Murphy, which you see I have two of his books. um, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, great classic book to read. And these books are so cool because it shows you that how people back in the 60s, 70s, they already knew this stuff. And it's because of now, because of all of our technology and information that we have, is why we're now getting so into this. But this information was available long, long time ago. And not many people, if they didn't have access to these learnings and teachings and everything like that, they couldn't, you know, they had no knowledge of it. And that's why so many of us today are so self-conscious of our power that we have with our mind. Another one of his books, Think Yourself Rich, is another popular one. I've read this one, and it is also a very good book to read. So that's another one I would put, another classic. And then Norman Peale, the Power of Positive Thinking, another very classic book. This is another one that I've read. This is about my second time reading over this one. So those ones I want you guys to check out. If you, again, check it out at the library, and if it really connects to you, then go buy it. Buy it off of Amazon. That's where I get most of my books. Or sometimes the library sell books. Thrift stores, you can find some of these books like really cheap too as well. And then let's see, two of them that I just kind of want to add in that are really good reads are The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and that's by Herbert Harris. And this is another one because it goes through all 12 laws, like the law of vibration, the law of success, law of relationships, and it just kind of goes through each one and tells you why it works. So these are books that kind of just get more detailed into why it works and how it works. So, and that's just for your knowledge. If you know how something works, you're going to be more understandable of it and be more appreciative and be able to do it more if you understand it. This one's not really kind of law of attraction, but it's about your intuition. And Laura Day is a great author. She has a practical intuition. You can see it. I know I'm outside and the sun might be shining, but this is a good book because this teaches you how to go off your instincts. A lot of people doubt what they're thinking, but this one, she has a lot of exercises and tells you how to exercise that power of your intuition and going off of what you know, because a lot of times you know things but you kind of put it off like, oh no, that just came to my head. But a lot of times you know this stuff and answers to your problems and everything, and you just kind of want validation from other people or other things before you actually do it. But it's like, go off of that, go off of your intuition, because it's usually right. So those are my books that I have put in my collection that I've read, and I have been like, yes, these are great books. Another great author is Eckhart Tolle. Now his books, I've tried to read one of his books. He's supposed to be really good on the law of attraction in your mind and thinking. This one is The Power of Now. I actually got this one at the library, but I haven't read it yet. I've tried to read one of his books. Well, for his books, for me, I read it, I kind of understand the words, but it just doesn't connect. Like, I just can't really get into the book to ever finish a whole book. So this is one just to try out, though, because a lot of people like his books. For me, it's just harder to get into or harder to connect to, but he does have some good books that people really recommend. What I am reading now, so I can't really recommend too much because I'm only on the second chapter, but it's Change Your Brain, Change Your Body. And this one is pretty much just saying how the way we think and the way, it's not just, you know, really exercise and stuff like that, but it's also like the way we think when we try to eat, what we put in our body. It's just saying, if you can control your mind over that stuff, you can control how much food you eat or what you eat. And so I'm looking at that because I'm actually trying to, you know, get everything right and stuff with myself body-wise too. So this is great, and I love it because it's like, you could tell the brain does so much, you guys. The power it has over how you create your whole self, your health, your wellness, just everything. It's all has to do with your mind. So if you can control all these things of your mind, then you can, you know, create that life, that happiness and peace that you want. So I want you to feed your mind as well, because yes, you can, YouTube has so much and it's great, full of information, but at night I want you to pick up a book, at least, you know, just something about your mind or something for good energy, so you can go to sleep with that positive stuff in your mind, and it can dwell in your mind overnight and wake up refreshed, and you know, you can start living your life towards these what these books and everything, what you're learning, it can dwell in, and you can do that. So, you know, try to read like a chapter of something knowledgeable about your mind or about the law of attraction each night. Just one chapter a day. Just do that, at least, if you're not a big reader. I would recommend doing that. If you have a book that you really, really love and you want to recommend it to others, please comment with it below. Especially, it might be a book I haven't checked out. And I've read a lot of them, but you know, there are a whole bunch of books out there, and I love to read a good book. So if you have any suggestions of some good law of attraction books or anything to do with your mind, please comment it below. And thank you guys. Till next time.